Hiya, I'm Simone Radley from England and Nails, and in this video I'm going to be doing a gel polish ombre with a cheeky little bit of leopard print, because why wouldn't you want leopard print? So I did these nails recently for the old Instagram, and I thought, oh, they make quite a good video really, so I thought I'd give them a bash on the video. So I'm going to use, this collection is the Havana collection, and it's amazing for doing ombre. It's all like pastel colours, and they just like go really well together, and they're really good for ombre. So that's what I'm going to use. So I've got I-183 and I-186. On the nails that I did, I used pretty much all of them apart from the red one, and they all work really well together. So to be honest, you could pick like any of the colours really, and they look really good and they work really well. So I've just picked these random two because they were on my desk. I couldn't open it then. So yeah, I'm just going to use it straight from the bottle. So I'm going to do, this is a, now I always get this mixed up, vertical. Yeah, vertical ombre, is it? No. Oh my god. What's the one going sideways? Yeah, it is vertical. My god. Technical words like that. I always get them blooming mixed up, getting the wrong way around. I've got a fluff. Get off. I don't know where all these little blooming black fluffs come from in here. Honestly, it's constant. It's like they're just in the air or something. So anyway, I've painted half with my pink colour. Now I'm just going to grab this. Oh, I need my silicone pad for this, and you'll see why in a second. Obviously, I'm very organised. I need to clean it, because I can see loads of fluffs on my blooming silicone pad. So I've got to clean it with some green cleaner, otherwise we're going to be in a right old tangle. It's like blooming Fluff City on here. Right, get rid of all the fluffs, for God's sake. There we go. We've got a clean silicone pad. Right, so now I'm going to get the green colour, I-183. And I'm just going to use this brush from the bottle as well. And just paint down this side. These ombres are so easy to do. But they look dead effective as well. They're really nice. And these pastel colours are going to be obviously bang on trend at the moment, I think, for the spring. All these lovely pastel colours. Then I'm just going to use this brush that I've got to go over the blend line. So I'll go into the pink. Oh my god, there's another fluff. Right in my blend as well. Get out. Got it, I think. So I'll just go over the blend line and just keep blending it basically with my brush. Dead easy. Then wipe your brush. That's what I'm doing on my silicone pad, look. Wipe your brush on there before you put it back in the bottle, because it's going to have pink on it now. So I'm just going to wipe that into cure for 60 seconds. So now that's cured, we need to do another coat just exactly the same way. So I'm going to, yeah, do it exactly the same. And then when you come to going over this middle section, you need to be really light with it. So you want to do a really light touch, and again going over into the pink, but just lightly. I'm just going to turn it around to do the top bit, because if you're too heavy you just end up like ruining that blend rather than making it real nice and flawless. So now I'm happy with that blend, it's looking pretty good. I'm going to whack that into cure for 60 seconds. So now that's out of the lamp, the ombre is looking really nice. It's got a really nice blend on it. It's really subtle with these pastel colours. You probably won't be getting the colour through on the camera as much as what I can see it here, but it is really, really good. So now I'm going to do my leopard print. You could obviously just like leave them like that and have like an ombre set, which is really nice. But I did leopard print all over mine because, you know, why wouldn't you want a bit of blooming leopard print, eh? So for the middle of my leopard print, for the coloured bit, I'm going to use I-188, that's from the same collection. And then I-110, because it's just a little bit brighter. So it just gives it, it just brings it out a bit, really. It's not too bright, it's still like what I would call a pastel blue. So I'm going to decant that onto my silicone pad, if I can open the bottle. And then I'm going to use dotting tools for the centre of my leopard print. So leopard print, I could give you some do's and don'ts here as well, actually. Because leopard print is one of those things, I don't know why. I find it dead easy, but some people really seem to struggle with it. So I'm going to show you a couple of things. So I'm just going to decant some black no wipe gel paint. That's just what I like to do the black bits around the edge. If you want to use eyelac, like, it's up to you. But I just prefer to use the black no wipe gel paint because it just stays in place where you put it. Obviously, with it being a gel paint, it's a thicker consistency. So it stays where you put it, so I can do the whole design and don't have to keep curing it. Whereas if I used eyelac for the black, like, outsides of the leopard print, I'd have to keep flash curing it so it didn't spread out, and ain't nobody got time for that. So I like to use the gel paint. So this is what I see a lot with leopard print. So I see dots. I think people must just do dots, yeah, for the centre, because it's very uniform. So I see just kind of like dots like that, and then I'm not going to be able to paint this properly because I don't want to cure it. So I'll just show you without going around the dots too much. This. So they're like really uniform, and they've all got a line going exactly the same way around the outside like this. And I've never seen a leopard that's so uniform in my life. So that would be my don't for leopard print. Don't make it too uniform and just do like a line round each side like that. Because it, like I say, it's just too uniform, and leopards aren't, are they? So I'm going to wipe it off. So I will show you how I do it. I need another level-free wipe now. Ooh. If I can get one out of the packet. Oh God, yes. So I'm going to use my dotting tool. I'm going to use the big end first, which is F. It's not massive, but fairly big. So I'm going to do my bigger sort of splodges, and I just make them uneven. They're not uniform. So I just kind of wiggle my dotting tool about when I place them on. So they're nice and uneven, which goes against everything you want to do, but it works out the best in the end. So I'm going to wipe that. I'm going to get some of the purple colour now and just do the same. Do some big ones, big wiggly ones randomly. Up the top, bit there in the middle. And then I'm going to swap to a smaller dotting tool. I'm just going to clean the end of that. And I'm going to swap to a smaller one, and I'm going to just put some smaller bits in. Still not, I'm not putting actual dots, they're still sort of wiggly. So you can see they're all like uneven, they're not just circles. So I'm going to wipe that into cure for 60 seconds. So now that's out of the lamp, we can add our black detail. I've got I've moved it out of the way so the camera can focus, but I've got my black gel paint on my silicone pad, so I'm going to work from there. I always tend to work from these pads and not straight out the pot, because if you work straight out the pot, you can't, it's hard to control like the amount and stuff that you've got. I'm going to use my vice versa brush, but I have frazzled this one. Yeah, I knackered it up last week, so I might have to change it, but we'll see how we go. It might work, it might not. So when I go around the edge of my leopard print, I'm going to start up here, I just go wobbly with it. So I kind of outline my shape-ish, but as I'm doing it, I wiggle my brush. And then I'll leave a bit of a gap, probably, and then wiggle around the other, or like opposite side. But I don't do them all like that, they're all different. So I'm going to wiggle around that one, leave a gap, wiggle around the other side, so it's dead uneven. And then keep going like this for a bit. And on some of them, like here, I've made the black really thick, so I make the black really thick in parts and then it will go a bit thinner. So you can see how it's totally odd, totally uneven, some thick bits, some thin bits, and that's how you get a more natural looking print. And if I'm leaving a gap, so if I'm going round a bit of it and then leaving a gap and going around the other side, I'll do some underneath, so I'll do some with the black underneath and then on the top bit, and then some on down the side and down the other side. So I'm not just doing side, 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 side. It's all odd and random. And then sometimes, like on this one I've just done, I'll go nearly all the way around and have a tiny little break and do a little bit in the gap. So now I've finished going round all of my coloured blobs, I'm going to do like the other little black details that finish it off. So I'm going to swap brushes to my artiste brush just because I want something a little bit smaller, and then I'm going to just add in some random black details. So there can be some that are like just tiny little dots, and then some that are kind of like the same sort of shape as when you go around your blobs, but just like half of it, so it's left open on one side. And this just really finishes the design off basically. So again, I'm not being even or symmetrical with it. I'm loading the brush up quite a bit so it's got a good bit on the end to work with, and then just randomly placing it somewhere and just wiggling it about basically. Easy as that. And that's it, I reckon. Pretty good with that, it's nicely filled in. So I'm going to whack that into cure. Because I've used the gel paint, I'm going to cure it for 120 seconds to make sure it's done. So now that's out of the lamp, we just need to top coat it, and I love this design matte. It just looks so good, like with the pastel ombre in that, it looks amazing. So I'm going to do it matte, but I've said this loads of times in videos before, but I saw somebody posting about it in the Facebook group the other week, so I'm going to say it again. If you just use the velvet matte now on your design, you'll pull all your design off. Matte top coat drags all the colour. So you've got to use a sticky or, you know, shiny, different top coat. Anyway, different top coat first. So I'm going to use Rock Light. I'm going to do a coat of that first. This is my go-to one out of the rocks. I mean, I like them both, to be fair, but for me, I like the Rock Light personally. So now I'm going to wipe that in to cure for 60 seconds. And now I can do my matte top coat. So I'm just going to come in with the velvet matte and give it a nice even coat all over. Make sure you don't miss any bits in between your design. And then stick it into cure for 60 seconds. Now it's cured and out of the lamp, and it looks blooming lovely. I love it. I absolutely love this design. The ombre looks awesome. The leopard print just like finishes it off. I'm trying to get it closer so you can see. Oh, there you go. Yeah, and the mat just, it looks really good with the mat. There you go. Thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe and ring your notification bell so you can see all of our new videos. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.